Hi all, I am Shankar Prasad Dotto, a professional architect and head of the Department of Architecture at Sri Ramakrishna Institute of Science and Technology. Welcome to my today's session about working drawing. Basically, working drawing is a subject through which the building can be constructed at site. So, if we define working drawing, it is such a drawing through which we can convey our design to the mason at site through site engineer or supervisor, in which drawing all the dimensions of the buildings are given in detail with all specifications, so that on the basis of that drawing the building can be constructed at site. Now, if we divide the working drawings into several segments, the various parts are there. In the first part, we called general arrangement drawings. I mean GA drawings. In these drawings, plans, elevations, sections are drawn in a scale 1:50. Plans means there is ground floor plan, other upper level floor plans. If the first floor, second floor, third floor are all same, we can say typical floor and the roof plan. In all the floor plans, all dimensions should be clearly given. All column markings, I mean central line dimensions and column grid marking should be there. Door window marking should be there. And the foundation plan also. In the foundation plan, all central line dimensions should be given. Column marking should be given. And corner dimension from the plot at one corner should also be given, so that one column can be fixed, and from that corner column we can proceed for further layout of the other columns. After completing the floor plans, we should clearly draw our roof plan, where entire drainage system of the roof must be given. Parapet wall details should be incorporated, and the multi-room details and lift machine room, which we are provided in our design, all should be given. And also we should mention the overhead tank position with its capacity on the rooftop. Now, after completing the floor plans, we should go for elevations. We should draw in the same scale 4 side elevations of a building along with the dimensions. After that, 2 sections. Normally we are drawing the sections through toilets, staircase, lift machine room, etc. 2 sections in 2 directions. Now, after completing the general arrangement drawings, we have to prepare the toilet and kitchen details. In this portion, we have to provide the detailed drawings of every toilets and kitchen area. First of all, for example, say one toilet we are taken and we are drawing the floor plan of the toilet in larger scale, say 1:25. We will show all the fixtures like wash basin, shower rows, WC, etc. with its pipe connections. For example, WC portion, there will be two connections. One is inlet for the cisterns, another is wastewater line, another is soil pipe. Soil waste will be disposed through soil pipes, so this connection we have to show. Similarly, in wash basin, there will be inlet pipe and wastewater line. Now, after completing all the connections, we have to draw the sectional elevation of the toilets in two directions. In sectional elevations, all the fixtures will be shown and their pipe connection also. In the section part, we have to create a drop slab which will be the RCC slab. This slab should not be at floor level. This should be at 400 millimeter down from the floor level, which is called drop slab. And this 400 millimeter space will be covered with cinder or sand filling, and above this filling, floor finish will be done. Through this filling, the pipelines should go to the outer wall for connecting with the main vertical pipelines. Now, after completing of this toilet portion, we have to draw the kitchen in the same fashion. But particularly in kitchen area, there will be no drop slab, but all the furnitures like kitchen counter, shelf, cooking platform, etc. with sink, all should be shown in plans and simultaneously in sectional elevation also. Now, we have to prepare in our third segment of drawing, that is structural drawing. Structural drawing, actually the structural drawing is the detailing of structural members like RCC portion of the RCC column, RCC footing, RCC slab, etc. Actually the structural engineers will do the details, but we will also prepare some typical details of the structural members like footing foundation, typical column, typical beam, typical RCC slab and cross section, etc. Now, composing all the details, we have to prepare some drawing sheets. We will prepare these drawings on the basis of our knowledge, which we have already gathered in the theoretical papers, design of structure, etc. Now, in the fourth segment, we have to prepare electrical drawing. The electrical drawing should be prepared on the basis of our existing floor plan. In the floor plan, we will show the furniture layout, and on the basis of furniture layout, we should fix up the electrical equipments like light point, fan, switchboard location, everything. After locating the electrical instruments, like we have to show the connections, and the basic thing of the connection, we will show it by dotted line connection from the origin point. Suppose in a particular floor plan, origin is the electrical duct. From electrical duct, we have to show our line to the distribution box of particular flat, and from distribution box it will go to the switchboard of the particular room, and from switchboard it will go to the particular fixtures like fan, light point, tube light, TV connection, etc. etc. It is very simple, and after completing a particular floor, in the similar way, we have to prepare the electrical drawings of other floor plans like ground floor, roof, connection, etc. After electrical layout, we should prepare a services drawing. It is mainly the site plan of the building with the surrounding spaces. In this plan, normally we are drawing in a small scale like 1:200, where the entire plot is visible along with the building block. Here we will show the outlet connections of the wastewater and sewer lines with the main municipal drain by providing intermediate pits and gully pits at every corners and intermediate levels apart 5,000 millimeter or 5 meter like this. Apart from the outer connection line, we have to show the water line connection from the main ferrule to the SUGR, semi-underground water reservoir, which will be shown in the side space or back space of the building. And from that SUGR, a connection should go to the pump room of the ground floor, and from through pump room it will go to the overhead reservoir. So mainly in this services plan, we have to show the wastewater and soil water disposal to the main drain and water connection from the municipal corporation to the our building reservoir, and from there to the overhead reservoir. Now, after completing the services plan, at the end of our working drawing, finally we have to prepare a door window schedule for the entire building, which includes the serial number, types of door windows like D1, D2, W1, W2, masonry width, masonry height, that means masonry opening of that particular door window, and description of the doors and windows, key elevations means elevation in very small scale, 1:100 scale, then particular numbers of the doors and windows in each floors and the total numbers, along with the remarks where we can provide the location of the doors or windows in this building and the frame size, etc. After completing the door window schedule, we are complete our total working drawings. So our total working drawing is composed of all the drawings discussed in the previous different segments. Without any of this particular part, the drawing will be incomplete. So when you are drawing the working drawing of a particular building, please keep in mind that all these details and informations must be given. Otherwise, the building cannot be constructed smoothly at site. Okay, thank you all.